What's going on, guys? Today I want to show you how to build and upgrade the ripsaw. First, you want to start off by getting off the beachhead and getting to the U-boat pin area where you can turn on the power. Right there, I was looking in that little hole. That's where I found Dr. Stroud on one of the pest rounds. I don't know if that's where he's always going to show up, but that's just where I found him. But once you get the power turned on, you want to make your way up to where the pack-a-punch is, and there's going to be a guy sitting there with his head cut off. You'll see a saw blade stuck in the wall. You want to pick up that saw blade and walk back down to where you turn the power on. There you'll find a table which you can start building the saw. Then you want to head back up to this area and you'll start going for the next piece. The next piece would be the handle, which you have to get. Once you're able to get that piece, you will go right back to this table right here and place it with the blade. And as you see in this part of the video is where I start heading up there. I had already went and opened up a couple of the doors. I had to kill off the last zombie. I just didn't have enough money to be able to get through. But here I have enough money to be able to make it through. The doors up here are about $12.50 for each one. So make sure you have enough money to make it to this area over here, which is the artillery barricade. And you'll want to go in this door right here, and the saw blade could be, or the saw handle could be in either one or of two places. This one I found right off the bat, right here on the table. Here's another spot here on the table, sorry. The other one was right over there on the bed. And then you just want to make your way back down to the table and assemble the saw. Once you assemble the saw, you can pick it up for $2,500. And once you do, you can start harvesting the zombie spines. Once you find a zombie spine that is charged, which you'll see here in a little bit, that you can go and actually add it to this table, and then you can start charging your saw. This is how you upgrade the ripsaw, or the saw, to the ripsaw. Once you get the saw and get a spine by holding L2 and R2 and then quickly tapping square, which took me a couple tries here. As you see, I finally get one, and I almost go down trying to get it, but I finally get one, and I take it back down to the table, and it takes about 20 to 30 zombies to be able to pull one, to be able to upgrade the saw blade, I'm sorry. But once you get that, here's where I pull the charged spine out. It'll be glowing red, and you'll have that little red bar down at the bottom, which later on has a significant part to the Easter egg. But once you add that to the saw, you can sit there and start upgrading the saw. It takes about 20 to 30 zombies to upgrade. And once you do, and once that is completed, you can pick up the saw again, and this time it'll be a rip saw. That way you can start shooting the saw blades, and they bounce around, they ricochet all over the place, and it's actually really cool. And it doesn't take a weapon spot, it is just your melee weapon, so that's even better. So now essentially you have 3 weapons that shoot, and it takes about 3 or 4 saw blades to take down one of the big Brutus looking guys. As you see here, I'm about halfway through the zombie filling, and it seems like forever, but in the small little area it is horrible. But eventually you'll get it, and you can start shooting people with it, and I will show you here in a second what it looks like whenever you get to that point. But leading up to that point, I will show you my almost fail of trying to get this for you guys. I tried not to get that. I almost ended up getting it, and then in doing so, since I never got it, I almost went down right there. As you see, I had an exploder zombie, and it took literally all my health away from me. But I ended up recovering and was able to go back over and get this ripsaw after these last few zombies were killed. And as I was picking it up, I thought I had picked it up, and I ended up not picking it up, so I just ended up just zooming in for no reason. Couldn't shoot anything, couldn't do anything, because I hadn't picked up the actual ripsaw. So make sure whenever you do this to pick up the ripsaw, because once you pick it up, like, you'll be able to shoot. Since I didn't pick it up, I fully assembled it at that point. This is all you get to do. So if you run into this issue, make sure you go back over to the table, grab it, and then you can start doing this. I hope this video helped you guys out. As always, like and subscribe, and tell your friends about me.